Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian,
What's going on, everybody?
and host of the Strat Chat podcast, our friend, Kyle Petty.
Hey, hey, hello.
Back to talk the amazing race. This is season 35, episode 11, the penultimate leg of this season. This has been a great season. We really enjoyed covering it. One more leg next week in the good old US of A. So that will be exciting to see. We'll be here for the review. But this week, guys, we are in Dublin, Ireland. I was really excited for this leg, really excited to see how they were going to incorporate Ireland. And I always like these kind of penultimate, second to last, third to last legs. I like when all the teams have to do multiple challenges and they really have to stretch it out. And there is a lot of travel involved. It's just a lot less clustering, right? And one mistake really can be your game. So I do like the higher stakes. Before we dive in and we do our normal full walkthrough of the episode, Brian, what was your thoughts on the episode overall? Then Kyle, we'll get your thoughts.
Piggybacking on what you just said about like having to do multiple challenges, I like that they have to also do like, hey, I need to do two of the three or three of the three. And I think that makes it a little more interesting. And I think that actually might have came into a play here for the way it turned out. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good episode. That dancing challenge would have killed me.
Brutal.
Dancing challenge is actually really, really wild. I did enjoy also learning a little bit more about rugby. I never really understood what it was. Very interesting to find out the ball goes through the thing like football. We get just 1 point and it goes to the back of the net. We get three. That was exciting.
I don't
Kind
think
of
that was rugby, though. It was hurling, I think.
Yeah,
Rugby
hurling.
is
And the
kinda
gay
similar to
comes out.
football.
The gay comes out.
The rugby is kind of similar to football, but there's just like no pads, but it's similar goalposts where you can like you kick it
Okay.
through like that, so you're not off.
All right. I'm not
Not far
off.
off.
I didn't earn any points on that swing. But it not good. Still a miss. Still a miss. I think the biggest highlight of this episode, though, is that we actually got to see Croke Park. For those of you who don't know, that is where the Spice Girls kicked off their 2019 reunion tour, and I thought
Very
that was
nice.
I thought that was a very big deal. I was like, oh my gosh, I've heard of this before, and I was like, I did. That was stop number one. So shout out to the Amazing Race for getting me to see where my girls kicked off their stuff. So
Ayo.
love that. Yeah. Ew,
Spice up your
Girls.
life.
Come
Hey
on.
man, we've all seen Spice World
Oh,
multiple times. I have two sisters. I grew up on Spice Girls.
Exactly. I wore out the VHS, but I did purchase it on Amazon Prime, so I could never go a day without my Spice World.
There you go.
There you go.
it's always right there for you.
Always right there.
What was always right there for you for the Amazing Race is the Expedia app, guys. So make sure you have your Expedia. Make sure you download the soon to becoming Reality Guys app. Help you find our videos, the articles that aren't there. We'll probably just put Logan's blogs there because none of the rest of us are writing anything. And just let's get some plugs in there. I mean, this is the heavy handedness of these ads, man. This is pretty easy, actually.
I like that stuff though. It's super, super cheesy, but like that, I kind of like that stuff. I like the cheese.
First route info is going to bring you to the 40-foot. This was a location in the Dublin Bay, Sandy Cove. It's kind of looks like kind of a swim out cove area. It seemed like it was pretty cold. They said the water was like 50. No bueno.
Right.
I was a former swimmer, and I can tell you those early mornings, especially early summer and stuff, are brutal. I don't wish that on anybody, including myself. Also brought out one of my kind of random hates I have in modern society. Can't stand polar bear plunges. It's just like enough with the polar bear plunges, everybody. They're lame. I'll wait in the bar. Go out in the goofy water.
That's like a white person thing to do, isn't it?
Oh, it's such a Jersey, like Philly, like it's such a
yeah.
Let's go to Sea Isle and hop in the water. I agree with you. Like I'm drinking.
We don't be jumping in nobody chilly waters. No. No, certainly not.
The polar, yeah. If anyone's not familiar, just look up the polar bear plunge, New Jersey. You'll find exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. You had to go swim out. This is pretty straightforward. Swim out to the buoy, grab the clue, come back. This was where we went to the aforementioned Gaiety Theater, made famous by the Spice Girls. Um, Steve comes into play. This is health watch for Steve. They should have done something for like the American Heart Association or something. Like there should have been a plug for that because this poor guy. We thought like last week, everyone was like kind of like we actually people in our comments telling us we were being too harsh about Adelie, like that she's not really abusing her dad. Well, Exhibit B, episode 11, this poor guy, and like Brian, I guess a lot of it probably came down to strategy with like their former roadblocks and stuff, but this guy had to walk up hills, drive the whole time, find directions, had to do the hurling, had to learn the river dance, and
Swim in the water.
yeah, and had to go swim in the water. Hypertension was right there, up
At
there
an
with
all-time
like
high.
Dude basically ran a triathlon.
oh, he had to memorize something. Like, come on now.
Honestly, when he was in the water, I thought that we were really going to have a problem because as he was swimming, he's like, Annalie, and she's like, come on, Dad, come on. And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, this is not feeling good.
He never raised his voice. He's like, I think I need to walk up this hill. Run faster.
The exact line was, I need to walk this hill. No. Instantly beat it. Kick rocks, Dad.
Yeah.
Pound stand.
Wild.
It's just funny. Funny. They did get smart because like they listen, they've had a lot of navigation gaffes. Like it hasn't killed them in any of the legs yet. This one may prove to be different. They follow the brothers, which was smart, like because they were like falling behind early, but then they pull over anyway and ask for directions. Like it just some of those decisions, which made me surprised, like how we'll go through the full leg, but like how like in the thing they were. I thought like based how it was starting that they were just going to be like a foregone conclusion, not even close to being third place. Like not at all.
Yeah. Was very crazy.
I teased the roadblock. It was the Riverdance. It was who wants to get their steps in. Like if you're a 90s kid at all, like Riverdance, like boom, we saw we used to see the infomercials. We used to see they would sell the cassettes. They did the tours. Like that was like I was like, oh my God. I'm like, this is not gonna be easy. And it was not. I want to see again, like I said, we don't listen to other pods. We do these right after the episodes air, so there's not even any time to, but we'd love to know how long it took everyone individually. I see the attempts, we had Steve at like, what was it, like 9 attempts, something like that.
And Joel was up, he was up there too.
Yeah, they were high, and that takes a long time. Like for someone who has like some experience with that, like takes time to learn stuff, man. And that is not fast. I mean, it's not slow at all. I really I respected them all for having to do it, especially like I said, Steve. Like, was that a thing? Like, did he have to do it?
Yeah, I think they were talking about it in the cab. Or not the cab, but when they're driving, like you need to do like 50-50.
Yeah, it was just killer, but it's just like different than Rob and Corey who set themselves up where he was able to do the stuff because like
they planned it that way. Yeah,
Rob had already gone and done previous legs. So something again that it's not a lot to ask. I would just like that to be like tracked. Like end of an episode, could we get a quick flash up of like the order? Who's done like how many roadblocks have they completed, right? Like it just so like we just have an idea. Like it just these little things would be really nice.
Right, like Nickelodeon Guts used to do.
Dude, that's exactly. I'm thinking like a global Guts.
I was thinking like the Mario Kart, like NES, like the ending where they showed everything.
Well, even Mario 64, any race now, it shows you as you're going, like how many points you have per race, right? Like. Do you have it? Guts.
Oh, I was just about to do that. Oh, I'm so upset.
Gut. The super aggro crag.
Yes. Let's go back to the
I really want to get one of those, like the trophy, like a piece of the aggro crag, man.
Yes, the green thing.
Just going back to that dancing challenge, I love how the judges be like, "Hey, you needed to become muscle memory," and it's like it's been an hour.
Yeah, I am a middle-aged man, or if
And
I'm
it's
Steve, I'm an
never going to
old
be muscle
man.
memory.
He's just like,
The second
yeah,
I
great,
walk out
great,
of the
great.
theater, it's gone.
Yeah, great, great,
Get
great,
outta
great
here.
job. But guess what? You need to fix it. You need to fix it.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I would still be there. If I was on the show this season, I would still be doing it. I would not be able to do
Yeah,
that.
listen, like Corey did
That looks
well with
so
it.
hard.
Johnny
It
did
looks
well
so
with it.
hard.
Like that was like if anyone was going to, it was going to be them. I would
Yeah.
make the most sense. But like I,
Mm-mm.
oh,
Yeah,
that
I can't dance like that.
the anxiety of it too, just with like the time constraint is
Mm-mm.
huge. It's like stomping the yard, or like this is like the river dance of death. Like that's
Horrible.
basically what this challenge was.
Horrible.
Yeah, dance or death.
There's a Mario Party game. There's some dancing ones. The dance to the beats in Super
Yeah.
Mario Party. That's a good one. But then the joke in my head, I was thinking like how crappy most of us would have done. It would have looked like dizzy dancing. That's the one where like you
Yeah.
get spun on the record and get shot off.
Yeah,
and like
yeah. That's a good one.
you're all crooked. So like, I mean, that's like kind of
Yeah.
like my head, like where the references popped off in my head. Okay, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Other shout out, Padraig Moyles, the hard ass judge. He just
man.
has a real respect for the Riverdance. I mean, he said he was like the creator or respect. He was like
The director and
Irish
producer.
Simon Cowell.
He looked like he had some style too, man. T-shirt with a blazer.
Mhm.
He's probably a cool dude.
Dude, he's probably great, but I would be there. Me and him would be best friends because I'd be living in that. I would still be.
You would never leave. You have to get a job there.
Yeah, it's like my circle of hell.
I would have been, dude. I would have been like Padraig. I will name my first upcoming son after you if you just pass me. Like I need
You just
to.
gotta nail that heel turn. You just gotta nail that heel turn.
Padraig. How do you Padraig DeMarco? Padraig Moyles DeMarco. I mean, if it got me to the finale, like it would definitely be worth it if you win.
Yeah, because if you didn't, then it's like that sucks.
Why you got a goofy name? Oh, it's because
my hate you in like 12 years.
My dad won the Amazing Race. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. People move
I'll
on.
Take that. I'll accept
you know,
my dad got third in the Amazing Race. Boo!
My dad promised my name and then immediately got eliminated at the beginning of the finale.
Yeah, he misplaced his directions and actually got fourth.
He was gonna name him after me, but then the old guy Steve died of a heart attack, and so he felt like he had to name him after him in memoriam because his daughter serving 30 years for manslaughter. Okay, so the route info was Croke Park. This was the hurling field. This was cool. Hurling, like the oldest sport in the world. Hurling, I guess it's just like male field hockey. It's like male field hockey.
Like little lacrosse vibes too.
Yeah, lacrosse with like spoons instead of nets.
Yeah, it's like that wooden spoon you stir like the boiling water with pasta in it type of stuff.
Exactly.
Also, so it had a little indent to it. It looked like one of the little paddle balls. Remember like that paddle ball, but like the ball on a string. That's what I thought it was like. The way they were balancing, but okay.
Yeah, who's got the swing? This was pretty straightforward. You had to do like a hurling pass, you had to run around a cone, throw the thing up to yourself like Tiger Woods, and smack the thing through the field goal posts.
Very fun.
Relatively, as far as like degree of difficulty, not too bad compared to like what a lot of things could be.
This looked easier than the Riverdance, honestly.
This is definitely the easiest of 100%. The challenges, in my opinion.
I would have done this 1,000 times. Like I'd used to do 1,000 times than to do it.
Can handle a baseball swing. You then got the route info. You had to go to James Toner's pub. This was like a classic Irish pub. The route info was recite James Toyce in Toner's pub. James Toyce was a poet. You had to recite 2 famous quotes, one each. They weren't long, but they were definitely tricky. A lot of alliteration, double negatives. I swear it felt like literally like it was like a fraternity thing you would like memorize, like the goofy like edict.
All I was thinking during this is I don't know if you've seen the movie The Other Guys when Will Ferrell is doing like all the Harry Potter books were burned. That's all I thought of during this challenge. I was like, this is so stupid, but man, have you seen that movie, Kyle?
I didn't.
Oh, it's funny.
It's a funny movie. You need to see
it's a funny movie.
It's very.
I hope nobody's gonna call on me, and of course you did. I was really focusing on the people that were in the bar. And it's like, where did these people come from? They were actively booing people when they didn't get it right. I was like, also, that was like a little wild. You should only be there to cheer people on.
Right.
Like, don't boo and give thumbs down. I was like, that's wild.
I kind of disagree. I mean,
You do? Oh gosh, that would
Philadelphia,
definitely
like,
freak me out.
listen, man, we have our spots, like our little watering holes, and they got these like camera people and goofballs in there, like taking up space in their neighborhood bar on one of their God-given drinking days. It's like get out of my shoe. I feel like I'm like Clint Eastwood. Get out of here, kid.
How about when the sign language was said or acted or signed out, and they're all like, "Yeah, he got it!" Like,
Yeah, they have
somebody's
no idea what
behind,
he said.
somebody's behind them, like, "Yo, it's good." Cheer.
Exactly. There's definitely somebody behind us and like applause sign in the back to say, like, we're good.
And like, would they have booed him if he got it wrong? Like, that's how we would know if it was real booing or not. Yo, sign better, man.
Boo! And you didn't even know I was wrong until somebody else told you I was.
Yeah, they just flip him off. They're like, "Hey,
I want to bring up Steve and Annalie again because their downfall comes from navigation. They like get lost like on the way to the stadium, right? Like they're objectively like they leave in third. They're in good spot leaving the dance. They get lost on the way to the stadium. They do the stadium last, but then they have another shot and they get like lost again. They just like that is just like a huge. We've talked about this in former season reviews. There's certain things you need to be able to do to go in these shows, like learn how to swim, learn how to stick shift. Don't be afraid of heights. Like
map."
learn map
Right.
and navigation stuff is huge, man. Like huge, huge, huge. Even if it's just like a better way to quickly get to someone and make sure you take really good and quick detailed like direction. I don't, there's just some got to be an emphasis on not being complete. If you know you are both, like you and your partner are both completely navigationally just like challenged, don't go in the show.
Right.
Try something else. Go like sit in Fiji on Survivor and don't brush your teeth for like 3 weeks. You know, like I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I think they're just a little reliant on being able to ask people for phones. If they cut that out, man, people would be screwed.
I think they should.
I think they should too, honestly.
I think they shouldn't be able to ask. I think they should have to figure it out. Who cares if it's anarchy? Let them wander.
Well,
Figure it
it's
out.
also, listen, it's also my understanding that, these maps don't read like our maps. So like they're kind of like stuck in that too. So it's not necessarily that they don't know how to navigate. It's just that navigation is different when you go elsewhere. And I've never tried to navigate anywhere else. Any other place I've been, I went on guided tours and I was very boozy. So who knows? But like maybe it is different. Question mark, question mark.
I went to France and I was able to read a map. I mean, I don't know what's different. I mean, the language is not, but I don't know.
Listen, Sam and Frodo made it to Mordor, and all they did was ask a local for directions. Guy led them around, ended up being kind of a creep, but guess what? They made it. They didn't need any maps.
Talking about Smeagol.
Yeah, he was a little creep, but he made it.
All right.
I mean, then it came back, but made it. Let's leave it out. After you recited the quote, you were going to get the pit stop information. This was really cool. St. Patrick's Cathedral in Dublin. Like I don't really know what else to really say there. It's really dope. Old cathedral, huge tourist spot, obviously in Dublin. Brian, as we do every week, give us the results.
First place, Robin Corey. Second
Going to
place,
Fiji, hang out with Jeff Probst.
I wish they were like,
See
nah,
that
hate that show.
experience.
Second place, Greg and John. Third place, Joel and Garrett. And eliminated Stephen and Annalie.
Still alive though.
Yep. Yep. They'll be at
Can't
the
wait
end.
to get some of their.
We just need, as long as he's at the end cheering them on, at the finale, like all the teams are there, like waiting. As long as he's there,
Oxygen
we'll feel
tank.
good about it.
We know
Yeah.
he made it.
It's got like torn quads right now. Hammies are shredded.
Prayers.
I just can't wait to hear some of the like her because I'm sure people are going to kind of just like tease her and poke her in these exit interviews. I'm very curious to see how she reacts to seeing herself on the last few episodes and people's reactions. I'm sure hopefully she's been able to like go with the flow and have fun with it. I hope it hasn't like tormented her too much.
I mean, at this point, it shouldn't be a surprise. It's kind of been like the same thing all season. Like we've definitely talked about this before. People have been online saying the same things all season. So I don't know. Even if she's faced with it in the exit interviews, it shouldn't come as a great shock, you know.
Shocked. Next week finale, guys. It's bittersweet.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I
I always
can't
love
believe it.
getting to see the finale, but sucks because I really enjoy these reviews more than most reviews we do. I think it's Nashville.
Oh, Nashville was last season.
Oh well, yeah, that was last season. So I don't even know. I wasn't really paying attention. So I guess that was what was stuck in my head. The hell city is
I
it?
don't even know. I was gonna say MIAO, but maybe not.
I saw like a glass blowing. They showed.
Oh, that could be anywhere then.
Yeah, I don't know. West Coast,
We'll
maybe.
find out.
We will find out. Um, Myself, Brian, and Kyle will be back. We also cover Survivor 45 on our Wednesday night coverage. Also, reviews of Surviving Barstool and Squid Game: The Challenge season 1 finale are already out when this video has been released. So just go check out our different playlists. Kyle, what is going on at the Strat Chat Pod?
Strat Chat is doing Challenge 39 on Thursday at 9:30. We're live. Then we're wrapping up Big Brother Australia because that just ended today. That'll be at 10:30 tomorrow. And then Saturday night at midnight for our Eastern Coast friends, we're starting a draft for Big Brother reindeer games. All right. 9 Big Brother legends, competing for Santa's blessing and $100,000.
Now that's
I like to
something
lead. I
that's
like to
worth
lead
fighting
with
for.
Santa's blessing.
What did you say? That's at midnight?
Yeah, we're doing our draft at midnight.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a little litty.
Oh yeah, we like to call it a cracked Strat Chat.
Are you doing that? Like, are the people you're doing it with on the West Coast?
Yeah, we are. That also kind of helps. But Gina doesn't really get home from work until like 11-ish. So that kind of gives her some time like to be
Dang, all right. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. The Big Brother
Showered for
reindeer
the
game starts on
pod.
Monday. So I'm super jazzed. It's
Hey,
Christmas, Big
Do I
Brother,
need to
come
DVR
on.
that? Do I need to actually like watch that in the shadows?
I mean, there's no social game to Big Brother reindeer games. It's just competitions and people just go out based on that. So like it's only 2 weeks, 6 episodes. We're in route.
All right.
Good old Christmas fun. All right. So
if
jingle jangle.
Brett puts something out, I got to watch it if it's on the channel.
Chris
So,
Kringle
You do have to watch
will
it
be making an
if for no
appearance.
other reason than to police it. So,
hey, yo.
well,
Oh,
sorry.
fool. Hey-oh. Make sure you check out Kyle and crew YouTube. Also, they have a good TikTok account as well, which is great recap stuff and clips from their episodes. So make sure you follow them there as well, all on social medias and obviously here. But until next time, for myself, Kyle, Brian, everyone here at the Reality Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.